All right, space nerds. I don't want to start rumors or start witch hunts or anything like that. I'm not here to tell you what to think, but I just want to let you know what kind of news is going on, just in case you've heard about it and you want to get the catch up. I don't have all the details or all the little bits of context. But a poster made a post to the Star Citizen subreddit here about being banned after reporting a bug. It's got 6,000 upvotes. It's made it to the front page. You got folks coming in from all corners of the nets, the webs, the whatever you want to call it, to, talk about like what's going on here. And I'll just read out his post just so that like you have the context, and then we'll talk about, I guess there are additional comments of context to go over. So he said, I'm a long-term backer who has pledged $5,000. His name is PB207, by the way. Cheers. Some of you might know me from the first NPC Idris heist. In patch 4.8, I found a duplication bug and reported it properly through the issue council to test it. I duplicated 2 already broken components. Posted the issue council post. CIG permanently banned my account without any warning or explanation. I sent a detailed appeal. Their reply was a copy-pasted template. They never read a word I wrote. The ban is final and not subject to appeal. This is an alpha. They told us to find and report bugs. I did exactly that, and they destroyed a $5,000 account over it with 0 evidence and 0 real investigation. This is how they treat long-term supporters. Nobody's account is safe. The ship you buy today can turn to dust tomorrow simply because you encountered a bug and CIG decided you were cheating. I'm posting here because I'm out of options. If you encountered a bug, this could be you. Just one little correction there. Your ships don't turn to dust, they turn to space dust. So we should clarify that. Not to make light of the situation though, this could be so many different things. And I'm not going to try and tell you whether or not he's telling the truth, but I do think that if we look at the posts here, he screenshotted the issue council post. He put an email basically to appeal his suspension that happened because of the issue council post. And the CIG replied with, let's see, this action was taken following our investigation, which confirmed conduct in violation of the RSI terms of service. Your account activity was found to be in breach of Section 4 of our terms of service and Section 1 of the game EULA, which prohibit the use of unauthorized software, cheats, exploits, and any actions intended to gain an unfair advantage or interfere with the game experience for others. Pretty typical email. I think that in these situations, honestly, the probably the biggest issue is just not having the clearest, here's what you did and here's why this is happening, because then you give people the ammunition to be able to screenshot it and go and post it and make a story of what's going on. I don't know the story here, but let's go ahead and check out what he is replying to people in the comments. So, oh my God, there's so many comments. Let's see. How do you know your ban was for this exact in-game bug? They listed a dozen reasons your account could have been banned. Couldn't also be your PC getting a false flag for banned hardware or software running on your machine. This is a reply, by the way, from Superman King. Most companies generally do not perma ban for in-game exploits and only issue temporary bans. Perma bans usually come from anti-cheat detected flagged software or hardware running on your machine. Not accusing you, as false flags can happen, but you also don't have enough evidence as to why you were banned in the first place. That's probably the biggest thing that's going to come from all this. I understand why he did it, because he needs to put a spotlight on it. Like, if you have problems, genuinely, me having problems with the camera, we tried to work with the company, and then at one point I was just like, okay, I'm going to talk about it on stream. I don't know if that makes any difference. It's not like they watch the stream or care about it. But when you start running out of options, you just try to get more eyes on a problem, because hopefully somebody will have a solution. So I get why he did it, but also everybody's just going to fill in the blanks here themselves. He responded to this saying, this is also a possibility, but I never received an explanation from CIG, so I cannot know the reason for my ban. I can only speculate that CIG used automated scripts to detect players who triggered the duplication bug and automatically banned them. I think he's mistaking the tool that they use to award players with Odin's launch legal action. Woo! I mean, that would be probably the next step if this didn't work, because this is obviously a much lower cost type of move to make. Can you DM a screenshot from someone explaining what he was banned for according to the section that was flagged? Sure. Is it in the the comments here? There we go. All right, this is the comment he sent over. So the violations mentioned were Section 4 and Section 1, EULA, Rules of Conduct. These cover activities like using third-party exploits, bots, and software, player abuse or harassment, hacking, doxing, selling game items for real money, account selling, unauthorized monetization. So basically, OP didn't get banned for reporting a bug. He got banned for other reasons not disclosed in the post that he knows. So that's one person's, look into it and sent the links to for it. Credit to Tekna for finding the comment. So ultimately, that's what comes from a comment or a situation like this is like, we can't say what's right or wrong, or what the heck is or is not happening, or who is right or wrong. He's putting a spotlight on it so that CIG has some pressure to speak about it publicly, because people are going to be like, what the heck are you doing, CIG? Whether or not he deserves to get the account back or not, I'm not going to say. I hope that this does get at least some kind of conversation happening between him and CIG if it needs to happen. If it doesn't happen, though, yeah, legal action makes the most sense, I would say. But I don't have much else to say about this, to be honest. A little follow-up, folks, on this post that we were talking about with the banned 5K backers account. CIG has responded. Xylo actually came out and responded. Tennyson gave him a tag, and he's here to explain. I'll read it out to you. We spent some additional time reviewing this case. While we generally don't discuss individual account actions publicly, I do want to clarify that this wasn't a case of someone being banned simply for using the issue council. The account had a history of violations, including account penalties, large-scale item duplication, and the use of exploits that allowed FPS weapons to be modified with ship-grade weaponry and used against other players. In most cases, these incidents were not reported through the issue council. That history is what led to the escalation of penalties over time, with multiple suspensions eventually laddering up to a permanent ban. Dude, if they've got the receipts for those multiple suspensions too, that's yikes, bro. CIG coming out being like, okay, hold on, bro. We're gonna write the records real quick. That said, after another review, we've decided that we will lift the ban and convert it to a final warning. We believe in giving people the opportunity to learn from past mistakes, but there won't be room for additional violations going forward. To be absolutely clear, players will not be penalized for reporting issues through the issue council. We rely on those reports every day to help identify, track, and resolve bugs. Please continue using the issue council, keep reporting issues, and if you discover an exploit, report it rather than abuse it. In the Expanse, Naomi tells Drummer that she caught a dude selling drugs on the ship as they're headed out to the gate, right? Sorry for the spoilers, anybody, if you haven't seen season 3 of The Expanse, plug your ears. Drummer finds the dude who did it, throws him in an airlock, and is like, y'all, I'm gonna this guy's toast. I'm gonna kill him. He's gone. Bye-bye. Getting ready to flush him out before Ashford comes in and does his Ashford thing. And he's like, you know what, we shouldn't do this. And she's like, no, we're gonna do this. And then at the last second, he's like, we're letting him go. Anybody who has done this, throw your drugs into the airlock, and then it's over. This feels like that. This feels like the dude gave this guy a ban. Guy came out, made a big hubbub about it, got everybody gathered around. Like, what are they doing? Why is CIG doing this? And then CIG gets to come back in and be like, oh, you know what? We're not going to ban him. Okay, this is a warning. We already know he's bad, but we're going to give him one more chance. And it's, it's pretty effective. It works as a pretty solid way of being like, hey, we're tracking you much more closely. And we want to try and also look good at the same time. Does it work? I don't know. But at least somebody's not banned. At least people can learn from it. And hopefully CIG is doing a good job of tracking this kind of stuff and staying on top of keeping the game pretty solid. This is I said, you said, right? And We all are just an audience to it. What we can learn from it as an audience is potentially CIG is being a lot more careful about tracking people's account activity, and they're willing to make actions on it. And we can also learn that there's really no way to know what the actual truth is unless they start posting screenshots, which they won't, so we'll just let them handle it. But this is just a conclusion on how this went, and hopefully that's an open and shut case.